this Catholic elementary school in Toronto, each child gets a morning snack. What's your favorite snack here?
Yogurt.
What are the grade 8s?
But the adults in charge of the snack program are getting nervous. Those eye-watering prices you're seeing at your grocery store, they're facing them here too. Their limited funds just won't buy as many little yogurts or pieces of fresh fruit as they once did.
It's been really hard to provide with what the money that we get for the whole school year.
People like Janet Polo are having to make some tough choices. Expensive fruit rarely shows up on the menu anymore.
I brought them pears. Kids didn't know what's the pears, so they were so excited. So pear gone.
And while they try to give a kid a snack anytime they say they're hungry, not just at morning time, a tight budget means shelves on the fridge here are a little emptier.
It's heartbreaking when sometimes the kids come in and they say, Miss Polo, I'm hungry. Like, I don't have a snack for the whole day.
The program here is run by the Angel Foundation, a charitable arm of the Toronto Catholic District School Board that serves some 90,000 students. Its funding comes from a patchwork of sources, some from the City of Toronto, some from the province, and the rest through private donations or fundraising.
We're making up the difference. That's a huge responsibility. I'm not sure we can sustain it forever.
As unstable as that funding is, schools covered by this foundation are some of the lucky ones. PEI is the only province that has a universal school meal program where families pay what they can for a hot lunch. Yukon and Northwest Territories also have programs that cover most students. But in many other places in Canada, kids don't get any snacks or meals at all. All this is happening as increasing food prices are making it difficult for many Canadian families to provide nutritious food for their kids to take to school, making the question many have been asking for years even more urgent. Why does Canada still not have a nationally funded universal school food program?
We are alone in Canada, in the G7, and in most of the OECD countries in not having a national school food program. We need to be doing things differently.
Debbie Field is the coordinator of Canada-wide Coalition for Healthy School Food.
We now have about a third of the kids in Canada funded by provinces and cities, some by parents, some by other donors. So we have something, but we need the federal government to make it consistent and grow it, because right now the affordability crisis is really important.
You heard that right. Canada is the sole G7 country without a national school food program. So how did we get here? Researchers say it has to do with Canada's self-perception as a middle-class country where people can feed their children, something that these days isn't true for an increasing number of Canadians. Rachel Engler-Stringer has been researching school food programs across the world. She says there was a big call-out for such a program in Canada during the Second World War. But after the war, women were being persuaded out of the workforce and encouraged to stay home with kids again. And the federal government provided a little incentive.
But in the aftermath of the Second World War, Canada implemented the Family Allowance program, which was expensive. It did cost a fair bit. And the federal government made the argument that if we had a family allowance, there was no reason why parents couldn't then feed their children.
Eventually, that family allowance was replaced with income-based child tax benefit, but a school food program did not happen. Now, a tempting answer might be, wouldn't it be cheaper to just provide lunches and snacks for kids who need them? Experts say that stigmatizes families and isn't the best way to go about school meals. Here in Cowichan Valley in British Columbia, Nourish Cowichan organization, staffed mostly by volunteers, serves more than 1,300 students in the region. Families sign up for meals with their school, but nobody will be turned away.
Any child who wants a snack or a lunch can access that through the school, whether they're on the list or not on the list. We really are focused on stigma and trying to make sure that there isn't any.
Here, too, they rely primarily on private donations, but that money is getting more and more precarious. Federal funding would help them plan.
I think stability is the word, and predictable. We would know exactly the funding that's coming in, at least the baseline of that funding, and could plan for that.
People are telling us that it
And advocates say providing kids with free meals won't be the only benefit. Healthy, nutritious food means less obesity and diabetes in kids, and it will support parents too.
I think this is a bit of an issue that really supports working women in the same way that childcare does, because it's probably working women listening to me now who are packing that lunch and worried about that lunch.
So, how likely is Canada to get a national school food program anytime soon? The Liberal government made a promise to fund one back in 2021, an investment of $1 billion over 5 years. While there's been some disappointment that it hasn't appeared as an item on a federal budget since, advocates say they're hopeful. In a statement to CBC News, the newly appointed Minister of Families, Children and Social Development, Jenna Sudds, wrote, following extensive consultations, there was overwhelming support from participants for a national school food policy.
It's important to eat your snacks so you can keep up with your work at school and so that you have a full stomach so you can be active.
What do we have here?
Yogurt, Cheerios, and oranges. Okay, give that.
As these kids will tell you, healthy food just tastes better when you're eating together.